Well, I'm trying to light things up best I can. I had to add light to the side because the camera was staying a bit too dark there. So I'm gonna try doing the easy ones first with the least amount of work and work my way up to the ones that need the most amount of work, like the repotting and stuff. So I'm just gonna weed this one. This is my my Gollum Jade that I got from Nigel. This is the original piece that I laid down as a raft. You're looking at the back of it. And that's the front of it, which I might actually turn around because it actually looks pretty good this way. I left this little branch coming out because it looked really neat, but now I'm not so sure about it. I think it might make things a little too crowded. So I've got this weeded. Some pretty good spider webs all over it. Those funnel spiders were nuts this year. I'm gonna give it some water here because it's really dry. And I'll get my little pruners out. You can see the water's not draining right away because the soil's really dry. It's been pretty cold, so I don't want to water too much when it's super cold. Now that I got the heater set up, I can water everything properly. And then, well, they're going inside, so they'll get water whenever they need it in there. So this little branch that's coming off, I'm debating removing it completely. There's a giant, it's got its own big giant root there. Giant root. I don't know if you can see that big root. I'll uncover it a little bit. And then I'll see if I can zoom you guys in. Oh, way in. Way in. Let me see. There it is. Oops. I'm also on a soft surface. Alright, so you can see, I'll reach way over. There's a root right here. Big giant root. Pretty cool, actually. I just love this tree. I absolutely love it. I'll be forever grateful to Nigel for sending it. Although I still haven't been able to send anything back that way, I will. Things are actually starting to look up again. We had some surprise bills, we'll call it. So now I should be able to start putting packages together. Well, they're together. I mean, I should be able to mail them now. Yeah, I just love this jade. It's turning out so cool. Like, it's nothing like I ever thought it would be, but it's kind of doing it itself. Like, it chose this and it's just thriving. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just so perfect. Now this branch, I think I'll try keeping it. There's a little new branch starting that's going forward, so this part that's going back into the tree, I'm going to take that right off. Right there, like that. And then this big leaf here, I'll just twist that off. And then we'll see what it does. Maybe I can keep it nice and low. I don't know. Maybe I'll still take it off. I don't know yet. So you can tell that it was growing toward the light. I had it backed up on a pallet and I didn't turn it often enough. So everything is pointing one direction. So when I bring it in the house, I'll have to face it this way so the light hits it from this side and it'll start to grow the other way. So I'm going to take it back. I see this branch here has a new branch starting that's coming out a better direction instead of growing into the tree. There's actually two branches. There's actually two branches there. I wonder if I can zoom you in a little bit here. Whoa, almost fell over. Maybe not, eh? If I can bring you guys closer. Let me see. Oops. Don't knock over the whole table. Not sure how stable that'll be. All right, I tried a whole bunch of different positions and ended up just putting you guys right back where I started from. Just the way it is in here, and I don't have anywhere else to do this stuff. It's far too cold outside, so I guess we'll just have to live with that. Is that bottle in your way? There's a like plastic bottle here. Move that out of the way. There, that's better. All right, so we'll have to live with this. So where were we? So there's a new branch coming out. There's one up here, and there's one down here. And there's also a little new branch under this big leaf over here. I'm going to take it back to this branch, going in ideal direction. Might actually be two branches there. Yeah, there's two branches. There's one going this way and one going this way. I'll leave them both for now. I'm going to take this big leaf off and this big leaf off. But I'm going to leave this one because there's only one little tiny bud starting there. Okay, there's lots of aerial roots that started and they dried off there. It's all over the entire tree. Just taking off some of these older leaves. Oh, that one doesn't want to come off. So this is extremely top heavy, but it looks so cool. I don't want to do too much to it. If we follow this branch up, there's a nice little pom-pom up here. There's a branch growing toward the inside here. And this little pom-pom has 3 branches growing. So I'm going to take the tip off of it. I don't want to, but we need to take it back a little bit. And then there's a branch growing toward the inside I'm going to take off completely. Just like that. This old branch leaf I'll take off. And this old leaf I'll take off. There's a bunch of other ones growing to the inside. I'll just leave those ones for now. You should get 2 branches here. And we'll follow it up, and there's another branch here that belongs with it. That one's actually not too bad. Take this big old leaf off. And this big old leaf off. I'm going to bring it back shorter. I'm just going to take this top growth off. There's a branch coming out this way, and there's another one starting the other way. Not really ideal, but we need to shorten it, so there we go. And then if we follow it up farther, take this leaf off here. There's a branch coming out here. I'm going to take this leaf off as well. Holy guacamole, that is one tough leaf. No! He's just barking because the other dog's barking. Ignore that. Okay, so we have a branch coming out here, a branch coming out here. I'm going to take off this leaf as well. Any weight coming off is going to be good, especially carrying it into the house. And then we're just going to bring it down. So this little branch here is actually quite ideal. It's growing out this way. We got one this way. I can take this entire top pom-pom off. Just like that. That's a big cut there. So I think that'll be it for that branch. So we've got branches coming out pretty ideal directions, except for this one. We'll see in the future. Next prune, I might remove that branch completely. We'll see how it looks. So we've got our splits into 2, into 2, into 2, into 2, and it'll be into 2 in the future. There's 2 up here as well. Who knows, I might bring it all the way back. We'll see. I love when it looks like this, though. I don't like chopping it, but it's something that you have to do to keep it nice and low and short and keep it looking nice. Okay, so since we're on this big trunk here, we'll follow it up to the back. And we'll do this branch. So the lowest part of this branch is here. You can see a chop that I did before. And that really hasn't grown all that much here. It didn't grow anything from this part. And it's splitting in 2 there. Oh, there's a bud in the middle here. I'm just going to break that bud off because it's right in between. It's in the fork, so we don't want that. I don't even have a tip I can cut off on this one. Splitting to 2, and it's still really close to the split, and this one's split to 2 and it's close to the split. Yeah, I don't think I can really do anything to that branch this pruning. If it shows branching next pruning, then we'll take it back. So we'll go, so it splits the 2 down lower, and this is part of the branch here. It's got a giant leaf on it. It's really cool. I take this leaf off. Guess it tried to bud there, but the bud didn't survive. So we have this branch kind of growing toward these 2 branches. Splits to 2 there, and then it grows back into the other branch. So I'm going to see about taking this one off right here, just because, let's see, You can see from this way. It splits nicely in both places, but it's crowding because of the way that it pom-poms at the top. And this one will take over, and I'm sure the other one will split as well. I'm going to take the middle one out completely. Just like that. Take this big leaf off. This one seems to be splitting into two up here. Sorry, I'm trying to see what that was. Oh, a van with a trailer. Oh, silly, silly, silly. Okay, that's going to split into two. This one seems okay where it is. Where are we at now? Okay, I think that one's done. If we come around to this trunk now, there's a little branch coming off the side, which I left because of the way it was growing, but I don't know if it got knocked off or something happened. Hopefully we get some buds. It looks like there's a couple little buds starting coming this way. If we get some of those over the winter, we'll keep that branch. If not, next pruning we'll remove it. So we'll work our way up. So the lowest branch is this inside one. And this inside one looks like it's got a branch here, and it's got a split into two at the top. None of which are really super ideal. So I think I'll just take the top growth off and see what it does. I'll just take the main part off and this big leaf off, and probably some of these other big leaves off. This one looks like it got some slug damage. We'll take that off, and that one off. My poor little pom-poms are all gone. Alright, so we've got this sort of inside part here of that branch. And it fills in nice. It makes a really nice canopy, especially if you're looking down at it. Let me see if I can tip it toward you here. It's pretty cool. Easier than messing with the camera. This one on this side doesn't look like it's got any branching starting. Oh yeah, it's got a split into two there. I'd like to kind of leave that. And then the one back here has a couple splits, and it's got a branch coming out this way. So I'm going to take just the new tip off of it. I think that'll do. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Alright, so we'll go to the outside part of it. I guess I'll start with this one since it's facing you guys already. It's got this inside branch, which I'll leave. It's actually quite nice. I'll take some of these yellowing older leaves off. So this part here stretched right out. it branches into two at the top. There seems to be a bud for a new branch a little bit lower down. And I'd like to bring that back a little bit. So I think I'm going to bring it back to where that little bud is. I'll have to try and leave something above it. See if I can keep one leaf above it somehow. Well, I might not be able to. I'm just going to try and cut this off without hurting that bud there. Okay, I think I did it. So there's a tiny little bud inside there. I don't know if you can see it from over there, but it's there. And this one, I think, is okay for now. Maybe I'll take this new growth off, bring it back and see what it does. It's gonna look so bare. Poor little thing. They seem to come back pretty fast though. Inside or outside, they don't seem to make a difference. So this next branch here is pretty heavy. It's got a giant leaf, or a couple of leaves here I can take off, if I can get in there. It's got some nice buds showing there. Oops. Okay, so it goes up and it splits into two here, and then it goes up and it splits into two here, which you can't really see because of all these big leaves. Super nice big leaves. So it splits into two there. So this branch here is starting to get a bit laggy. There's a branch facing the inside of the tree down lower, so that's not going to help. And it looks like a new branch starting here. So I'm going to just take this growth tip off. Be this year's growth. And I'll take this big leaf off here because it's all raggedy looking. And this one here, it's got all big leaves, and then, oh, there's another little branch there. I'm going to take it back to all these big leaves. Looks like there's some other buds starting down there. So this is, again, this is this year's growth. We'll see what it gives to us. Take this big leaf off from the center here. Take this one off the junction. And this one. And back here, I think I might have to do the same thing. There's a bunch of branching starting, coming up. And this year's growth, that's a nice split though. There's a split there. I think I'll just take this inside one off and see what it looks like. So there's a branch here and a branch here, so I think I can take them both off, and it'll keep that branching there. So it's still got a split to two here, just much smaller. I'll take that big leaf off the inside. There, that's a lot lighter. Much lighter. I'll take this big leaf off from inside here. Yeah, all right. So we have this center stalk here. We're looking at the back of the planting, or the front. I don't know. Might switch it, eh? We'll see. So it comes up and it splits into two here. And it splits into two again a bit higher. So this is this year's growth. It's still green, no bark on it. And it's definitely interfering with everything. And I think that just might be because of it following the light. Follow the light. So this one here, I see some new branching starting lower down, so I'm going to take this whole top off, just like that. And hopefully this branching comes out here. And this one here, the new branching just went into the center of the tree. So all of that new growth back to this cut point, I think I'm going to remove it. I'll leave those 3 little leaves there. Just like that. And we'll see what that gives us. Take those big leaves off. It's a nice leaf. Look at that. And the one that comes to this side branches to 2. Branches to 2. It's got a bud back here. And it branches to 2 on this side. And then it just gets gigantic up there. I'm going to take the... Oh, there's 2 branches up there too. That's why it gets gigantic. Okay. I'll do this one first. There's a split up at the top. I'm going to bring it back down to these 3 leaves here. So there's some branching up at the top. That's 2 years growth I just took off there, but it needs to come back. There's a bud back here that's not ideal, but we'll see what it does. I'll leave it alone for now. And this one here, this side, it's growing out this way. I'm just going to take the new branch that's going on the other way off. And an aphid. Oh, dried up and dead. Excellent. I like those kind of aphids. The dried up dead ones, perfect aphids. So I'll leave this one now growing out this way. Where are we here? All right. We're all the way to the back. Oh, this tree's so cool. Thank you, Nigel. This tree's wicked. All right. We'll follow it up. And there's a branch I left on here. There's a whole bunch of chops on it and a whole bunch of new branching. Of course, all the branching grew to the inside because that's what they do. Yeah, I'll just go down and take the branches off from the inside here. And then we'll bring it back. I think I'm going to bring it back all the way down closer to the bottom. Way down here like this. It's a lot of growth to take off, but I need it to come out here a bit more. So we'll see what it gives us. There's lots of leaves on there. Should give us something nice. I'll take this one leaf off the back part. All right, so if we go up to the next branch, which is over here, that's already broken off, we will Oh, there's some nice branching it gave me up here too, but I think it's too far up. We should bring it back down. We're going to lose all that branching, but we need to bring it back down. Bring it way back to here. Look at that. That's okay. Got some heart-shaped leaves on this little branch. Looks like a new little branch. And we'll leave that one. It seems to be in a nice spot, and we might even be able to remove one of the other ones and replace it with this one. This leaf is broken. I'm going to take the leaf off. Oops. I take the leaf off from the inside. And this big leaf off here. And then I want this one growing that way. I want this one growing that way. And the third wheel we'll remove right here. And we'll also remove this leaf. Yeah, there's some big leaves. It's so cool looking leaves though. And I'll take the center one out. And this yellowing one out. And this one out. Okay. Some other branching. I'll have to leave those ones. But it'll get it growing out this way, which will be nice. I was doing that before previously. So we'll climb up here. I don't know what that is. I'll pick it out later. Take this icky looking leaf off. And we have my hair. We have a split to 2. It's a really nice split to 2, but it's interfering with the other side. So we're going to bring it back. Way back to here. And we'll see what that gives us. Hopefully, take this leaf off. Hopefully it comes out this way. And we'll go from there. This one's got a brand new split right here, which is ideal. I like that one. And then it splits again at the very top. I wonder if I should take that branch off. I think I might actually leave that. I'll let them lengthen first. It's probably better if I let them lengthen first and then take one off after the next prune. I'm just taking leaves off here. Okay, so I'm going to call that done. We'll go inside to these ones. So this one here, got some wonky leaves on it. It's got a split here that I don't know really what that split is doing. It's got a new stem from this year and a split closer to the top. It goes 2 ways. It's going to take the tip off of it for now. And I can't cut this back part off. It's not lengthened out, so I would probably injure the stem, injure the trunk. So I'm just going to take some of these leaves off. And we'll leave it at that. I think I got everything now. Did I get everything? Yeah, I think so. It doesn't seem like I took much off of there, but it was quite a lot. Yeah. Geez, my hair's everywhere. So this will either be the front or the back. This will either be the front or the back. And I don't have my elephants. I haven't repaired the elephants yet. I accidentally broke them when I was rushing to get everything inside. So, not really sure what he's barking at. Probably the breeze in the trees. Oh, look at everything I took off of here. Look at all this. Look at the carnage. Look at this carnage. Look, it's like what's left on the tree is what I took off. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. What I took off is literally half the tree. Oh well, it'll be a lot lighter now. It'll grow back quick. Right on. Gotta go take care of that barky dog. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there.